Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine at your home. So, students, welcome back in your mathematics class. This is class 9th, chapter 13, surface areas and volumes, chapter name, and this is our lecture number 9. So, students, we already discussed the complete chapter surface areas and volumes, all the derivation related to the surface area and the volume. In today's lecture, we will discuss optional exercise 13.9 questions and some doubt questions of exercise 13.8. Today we have to do all these things. So start our lecture with optional exercise question number 1. Question number 1 of optional exercise. A wooden bookshelf has the external dimensions as given as height 110 centimeter, depth, it means gehrai 25 centimeter, and then breadth is 85 centimeter. The thickness of the plank means the board which is used in that almirah, the thickness of that plank is 5 centimeter. So student, it is very difficult to explain this question like this, but I am trying, so you have to pay attention. You have to see your diagram which is present inside your NCERT. So this is our diagram. So according to the question, the height of the almirah is 110 centimeter, the breadth of the almirah is 85 centimeter, and the depth, gehrai होती है जो अलमीरा की, which is 25 centimeter. And we know it very well that almirah is made by a wooden plank. It means लकड़ी से जो बना हुआ है. The thickness of the wooden plank is 5 centimeter. It means इसकी जो मोटाई है लकड़ी की हर जगह it is 5 centimeter. So in this question the external faces are to be polished. बाहर के जो भी faces है external faces are to be polished at the rate of 20 paisa per centimeter square, and the inner faces is to be painted and the rate of the painting is 10 paisa per centimeter square. Find the total expense required for polishing and painting the surface of the bookshelf. So student, first of all, if this is an almirah, if this is a if this will be a closed almirah, then this is an example of a cuboid and this is a closed cuboid, but the front face of the almirah is open and the other 5 faces are already present. They are as the rectangular faces of the cuboid, but this front face is not in the form of rectangle. So first of all we have to find the external area, then we have to find the cost of polishing. So the external area of book shelf. So first of all we have to take all 4 sides area, which is 2 into L plus B into H, the lateral surface area. Then we will add the back side. Then we will add the back side of the shelf, which is L into B, which is L into B. Students, please do not confuse in this question, because according to me I am taking this is as the length, this is as the breadth, and this is as the height, which I am taking the depth of the almirah as an height. So please do not confuse with it. That's why I am taking length into breadth, because the front part and the back part is as like this book, the front part and the back part is length into breadth, You can take these measurements according to you. You can take anyone as a length, anyone as a breadth, anyone as a height. Now students, all 5 faces already done. Now what about this front face, because these parts, the solid planks whose breadth is 5 centimeter is to be polished. So student, please tell me one thing, that we have to find the measurements of this given diagram. So first of all, please tell me that the length of this small rectangle, this is a rectangle, this is a form of rectangle, this is the length of 110 centimeter, and the breadth of this plank is 5 centimeter. So the length is 110 centimeter, breadth is 1 centimeter. So the area of this rectangle is 110 into 5, length into breadth. But we have two triangles like this, one rectangle and the second rectangle. So we have to multiply this with the two parts. Students, try to understand that we have to take this parts which I made dark, because the planks are already present, which is clearly visible in your books also. So we have to polish here also. This rectangle, length into breadth, this is also length into breadth, same, that's why I multiplied 2. Now students, what about these small 4 rectangles are also present for the polish? So student, please tell me, the breadth of this rectangle is 5, the breadth of this rectangle is also 5, because we know the thickness of the plank are 5 centimeters. So 5 plus 10, total is 85 centimeters. So if 10 is less, then it is 75 centimeter. Okay, and the breadth of this plank is also 5. So the area of this rectangle is 75 into 5. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles of this type. So 75 into 5 area of these type of planks, and then they are 4, so multiply by the 4. This is the complete area. Now we will put the length is 110 plus breadth according to me. Breadth is 85 and then height is 25, plus here also 110 and 85, plus 2 into 110 multiply by 5 plus 75 into 5. This is the now complete centimeter square area for the, and now we have to find the area in passage, because the polishing rate is 20 rupees per passage. So we have to multiply this area with 20. You have to solve this and then you will find the centimeter square area. Then you have to multiply with the 20 paise per centimeter square, and then we will find the total cost of painting, total cost of polishing, total cost of polishing. Now students, for the inner part we have to find the cost for painting. So students, now please tell me that we have 1, 2, 3 boxes are there. 3 boxes are there, and please see almirah which is present in your home. We have to paint according to the depth. The box which are present with the depth we have to paint. So first of all we have to take the measurement with the one box and then multiply with the 3. So in this box again this is present in the form of cuboid. The front face is open, so we have only 5 faces are there. So students, this is a cuboid with the 5 faces only, front face is also not there. So in this cuboid the total breadth is 75 centimeter, I already explained, and the length we have 5. Breadth of this plank is 5, 5, 5, 5. So 20 is there. When we will subtract 20 from 110, then the remaining part is 90 centimeter. So we have 1, 2, 3 boxes are there. When we will divide it with the 3, then it is 30 centimeter. It is also 30 centimeter from here to here. It is also from here to here 30 centimeter. So length, breadth. Now what about height? Because I take depth as a height. Depth is 25 centimeter already. Students, please pay attention. When a plank which is present backside, so the breadth of the plank is 5 centimeter, but the depth of this box is total, from here to here is 25, but the thickness of this plank, which is 5 centimeter, is subtracted from this length for if we are going to paint inside the box. So the depth is now 20 centimeter, because the thickness of the plank which is present backside of the almirah will be subtracted. So the internal area, we have 3 boxes, so multiply with the 3. First box, we have 5 faces, so we will take 2 into L plus B, lateral area, plus L into B, the back side area. 3 into 2, 75 plus 30, and then 20 plus 75 into 30 centimeter square. Again students, we have to find the total cost of painting, because inside we are doing painting, so we have to take the area, total area, solve this total area centimeter square, and then multiply with the 10 paise per centimeter square. By this method you can solve this question and find the answer. Now second question is also a very easy question. Second question is a very easy question, and in the second question he said the front wall of the compound are given, and on the wall this type of wooden sphere with the diameter 21 centimeter is placed on the support of these type of cylindrical pipes. And then he said 8 such type of spheres are used for this purpose and are to be painted silver. 8 spheres are there, painted by silver color, and each support is cylindrical with the radius of the cylinder 1.5 centimeter, and the height is 7 centimeter, is to be painted black. Find the cost of painting required if silver paint cost 25 paisa per centimeter square and black paint cost 5 paisa per centimeter square. Students, it is very easy to find the cost. The main thing, find the area. We have 8 spheres. We have this total sphere. So we have diameter of the sphere, then the radius of the sphere is 21 divided by 2 centimeter, which is 10.5 centimeter. So then most of the students are thinking that it is very easy. We have to follow the total surface area of sphere 4 pi r square and find the total area of 8 spheres. No, it is not such easy. When we are going to find the total surface area of sphere, which is 4 pi r square, but student, which part which is present upside of the pillar, which is to be pasted on the pillar, so the painting is not possible on that part, so we have to subtract from the total area. Here we have radius of the sphere, and when we are going to subtract that part, when we have a pillar like this, and when we will put a sphere on it, so this pillar cover only this part. This is the circular base of the cylinder, so we have to subtract this pi r square, the radius of the cylinder, with the radius of this cylinder, from the total area of the sphere. It means in short, the conclusion is sphere, for finding the area of the sphere, we have to subtract this area of this cylindrical pipe, because sphere is present on this pipe and this part is attached with the sphere, and on that part painting is not possible. So we have to subtract. We will take capital R for the sphere and the small r for the cylinder. So we have 8 spheres, so 4 pi r square minus pi r square. This is the area in which we have to be painted with the silver color. So sphere area minus circle area which is present on the inside with the cylinder. So we have to find the silver paint cost, multiply with the 25 paise per centimeter square. And now what about the black paint? So the curved surface area of cylinder, we will take. Why curved surface area? Because only this part is attached with the sphere and this part is attached with the wall. So only this part, this round part or round face is present for the black paint. So we will take curved surface area for cylinder and then multiply with the 5 paise per centimeter square. So this is your second question. And third question is also very easy. So we have to first solve your third question and then we will proceed towards the homework solutions. Third question, the diameter of the sphere is decreased by 25%. By what percentage does its curved surface area decreases? So first of all we will take that diameter of the sphere is d. So the radius is for the original sphere d by 2. So the curved surface area of sphere, curved surface area is 4 pi r square. It means 4 pi d by 2 square. It means 4 pi d square by 4 and then it is pi d square. This is the original curved surface area of the sphere when the radius is diameter is d and radius is d by 2. Now according to the situation, diameter of the sphere is decreases by 75%. If the diameter is 100%, now it decreases 25%. So the remaining diameter is only 75%. So now new diameter is 75% of d. It means 75% of d. When we will cut with the 25, it is 3 and 4, then it become 3 by 4 d. So the radius, new decreased radius is 3 by 8 d. So students, now the new curved surface area new, which is 4 pi r square, it is 4 pi into 3d by 8 square, which is 4 into pi into 3 3s are 9 d square 64. When we will cut, then 4 1s are 4 and then it is 24, 4 6 are. So the new surface area is 9 upon 16 pi d square. 9 upon 16 pi d square. This is our new surface area. Now we have to find that by what percentage does its curved surface area decreases. It means curved surface area कितना percentage decrease हो गया. First of all we have to find the decreased area. So for finding the decreased area, we have to subtract new area from the original area. Then it is 16 pi d square minus 9 pi d square. We will take LCM and then it is 7 pi d square upon 16. This is the decreased area. Now we have to find the decreased percentage. Decreased percentage area. So how we will find the percentage? I think you know it very well. When we will find the loss percentage, then it is loss upon original CP multiply 100%. So we will follow the same procedure. So the decreased area is already we have, the original area already we have, multiply by the 100, then pi d square is cancelled with the pi d square, 7 upon 16 into 100 d square, then it is 43.75% area is already decreases. This is your third question of your optional exercise. Student, I already solved all 3 questions of your optional exercise. Now the homework solutions. Homework solutions of lecture 8. In lecture 8 we discussed 13.8 and I only want to solve one question, which is a doubt question from the student side, question number 9 of the exercise 13.8 from NCERT. 27 solid iron spheres, when the radius of the sphere is r and the surface area of the sphere is s, is to be melted to make a sphere with the surface area s dash. It means surface area of small sphere is s, and when we melt 27 spheres with the radius r and the surface area s, and then we will make a big sphere, so surface area of big sphere is already given s dash. We have to find the radius r dash of the new sphere. Okay, so the surface area of small sphere is volume. Surface area is already given. Volume of small sphere is 4/3 pi r cube, but we have 27 solid spheres and we have to melt the 27 spheres. So the total volume is 27 multiplied by 4/3 pi r cube. If we have, this is the volume of small sphere. Now when we will multiply it all or add all 27 spheres volume, so it is the volume of new sphere, which is we can write it as 27 as 3 cube multiplied 4/3 pi r cube. When the two cubes are present in it, we can write like this: 4/3 pi a and b together and their power. So students, this is your volume of new sphere. This is your volume of new sphere. So the now radius of new sphere is, radius means r dash, radius of new sphere is 3r, because radius is 3r is here. Now first part is already done. This is the first part. We have to find the radius of new sphere. Now the second part, we have to find the ratio of s and s dash. S means the surface area of the small sphere, s dash is the surface area of the new sphere. It is 4 pi r square and it is 4 pi r dash square. So we have r square, it means r square, and r dash means 3r square. Now it become r square 9r square, then it is 1/9, it means 1:9. So student, this is the doubt question from lecture number 8. Now students, your maths homework, you have to do the optional exercise, all 3 questions. Maths homework, today's maths homework, you have to do questions of exercise 13.9 as well as the doubt questions of 13.8 from NCERT in your homework notebook. You have to pay attention towards the unit and the calculation. Thank you. Have a nice day.